Okay, so I want to listen to three students today on your assignment two, and so I'll go with volunteers. Okay, so you are Justin Harris. Okay, okay, I'll take a couple more volunteers. Okay, and so you are Shannon. Yeah. And I'll take one more. Anyone else want to give your presentation on your PowerPoint today? Okay, and so you are Ebony. Ebony. Tell me again how you say it. Ebony. Okay. Okay, so today we're going to listen to three students report on their PowerPoints. Okay. The first one is going to be Justin Harris. So,
Okay, I'm Turner. My first name is Justin, but I go by my middle name Turner. It's kind of weird. Yeah, I go by Turner. Um, just I'll tell you a little bit about what I'm using here. Actually, it's called Prezi. It's an HTML5 canvas. It's pretty cool presentation software. It's cloud-based. I would recommend you use it on your future things rather than PowerPoint. It's really easy. And I do pretty much anything presentation-wise on Prezi now. Sure. Okay. My company was VMware. They're traded on the New York Stock Exchange. That was what it was trading at when I made the presentation a couple days ago. Pat Gelsinger is their CEO. VMware makes or they provide cloud-based virtualization services. Essentially, they take a computer and they compartmentalize, if you will, that computer. So essentially, you can run two completely different computers on the same machine, and that was probably much better than. But yeah, so the server virtual cloud infrastructure is what a brief I'll show you guys. Volume.
Use this. Hello? Yeah.
All right. think we lost our Wi-Fi connection. It's a web-based thing, so if we lose a connection, I can't make the presentation. Anyway, I can continue on. Yes, like the end of the video said right there, it's essentially when you take one computer's hardware, or sorry, one computer's like operating system and compartmentalize it into two, so you can have like your own personal stuff on one and all your work stuff on another, if that's how you want to use it. But some of the other statistics that were in my presentation were 84% of server workloads for large-scale enterprises are.
Well, we do have some technical difficulties. Did you disconnect the Ethernet cable?
I do not.
Okay.
I no longer have internet in my
Really? Does everybody else lose internet? Okay. So our second presenter is Shannon Robertson. So Shannon's going to talk to us about Nokia.
Ready? Am I loud enough? Okay. Hello everyone, my name is Shannon Robertson and I am doing my presentation on Nokia. I just have the Nokia symbol there and my name. And this is my timeline. In 1871, Nokia was founded. In 1987, Nokia introduced the world's first handheld phone. In the 1990s, Nokia produced a series of personal computers called Micro-Nico. And then in 2000, they partnership with Microsoft. And then from 1998 to 2012, Nokia was one of the world's largest vendors of mobile phones. Okay. And then this here is just, I was comparing and contrasting the Nokia Lumia phone to the iPhone. And some things that I wanted to point out was that the Apple iPhone does not have a 4G, but the Nokia Lumia does. The operating system is iOS for the Apple, and it's the operating system for the iPhone is the Windows. One thing that stood out to me was that without a contract to get the iPhone, it is $549, and without a contract to get the Lumia, to get the Lumia, it's $500. They both run on the 3G network, and you can get the Apple iPhone at AT&T, Sprint, and Verizon, whereas the Lumia you can only get it with AT&T. And then the Nokia is on the New York Stock Exchange. And then this is just a little graph of how they are decreasing, and this is just in one day. Oh. And then this just shows that this just shows the stock for that one day, October 19th at 4 p.m. It opened at 284. The highest that it got was 285, but then it went right back down to 270. And this is just change of heart. And the reason why I put that is because before I was given assignment one, I really didn't know too much about Nokia, but after I researched it kind of changed my mind. I mean, it's not the same as the iPhone or any other company, but they have some good qualities. And that's basically what it says. Not only are they producing affordable communication devices, they're also making it affordable. I learned that the company puts the people who will be using their products first when coming up with a new design. And because Nokia is a smaller company, they do not have to worry about rushing and doing something just to keep up with their competitors, to keep up with others. And that also is the reason why on the timeline it said that it was one of the world's leading computer things from 1980 something to 2011, and that decreased with the increase of the iPhones. And that is it.
Okay, Shannon, that was a very good presentation. On your slides, there's just too much text on this slide here. That's just not a good slide. People just can't, nobody can read that, okay, and listen to you, okay? So you need to redo this, and it's good to have bullets, but what you need to do on the slide is just put kind of the bottom line, okay? I said you should, well, I mean, not for this grades now, okay, but in the future, okay, see. So simply after assignment one, I learned a lot about the Nokia company, you need to say something like, you know, yeah, what I learned, right? That's all you have to say, what I learned, okay, then you can do all the rest of it. The only thing they're producing affordable, not only are they doing affordable communications, okay, but they're making it affordable, just right, affordability, okay. And so you don't have to put the whole sentences on the slide, okay. Okay, thank you then. And so our last presenter for today is going to be Ebony Howard. An apple a day. Oh, pretty clever.
you. Okay, my name is Ebony Howard. My company is Apple, and these are the different Apple signs that they had throughout their business. The history of it, it was founded in 1976. And the CEO was two Steves. These two Steves are here. They were introduced by Ronald Wayne. I know some of y'all seen him on Dance with the Stars. But the company was formerly known as Apple Computer Inc. And it became more diverse. They just changed it to Apple Inc. since they have more than one product. Their first product was the Apple One. This little, yes, on my handprint right there. That little one right there. And it was just a motherboard. You had to buy different basic things to connect to it, like the keyboard and everything. Then with the iMac, it had all in one. It was the first all-in-one product. And then they have laptops, MacBooks, the MacBook Pro, MacBook Mini, and the MacBook Air. The other products are the iPhone, iPod, and iPad. The iPod and iPhone and the iMac were all designed by Jonathan Ivy, I think that was his name. And he just changed the whole look of Apple. He wanted to make it look more older and more sleek. And with the iPod, they are the best selling product of Apple Corporation. With the iPad, it's just a big iPhone. You know, it's a big iPhone, but without cell phone capabilities. They thought that it would be redundant to make a product like that, but it actually made them buy more Apple products. People who have iPads want to buy iPhones and a laptop. The Apple Store, they opened in 2001, and they don't want a lot of Apple stores. They want it to look like a boutique. They want it to look like everybody wants to get it. Every time you go to an Apple store, it's always packed and it's loud, and they want it to look like that, make their product look like a hot commodity. Do y'all see the little fake apple? Little fake apple. It's because it's said that China has a lot of counterfeit Apple computers because they make it in China. And they said it's a fake Apple store in China too. But here's my Apple timeline. The first stock, the first shares was about $22, and now it's up to 667. So it goes up and down, but mainly 600 now. It has all the products here, and that's it.
Okay, thank you very much. Um, Again, your timeline was too big. I think you must have just taken it off of, you took it off of something else and put it on here, okay? But that's just too busy a slide. Uh, you can take it off of something else and put it on here, but probably it'd be good just to cut some of these pictures out and just take the most important ones, okay, for your timeline. Because it's just the text is too small to read, and there's just too much there, so that doesn't make a very good slide. Okay. Other than that, I thought everything was fine. Okay, so we're going to do about 3 per day from now on until the 20th of November, and then I'll be gone the 20th of November, and so then we're going to have the whole class. It's going to be the entire hour and a quarter will be devoted to uh, these presentations. Okay, so I hope by the end of the semester everybody will have a chance. Okay, to have your 5 minutes here. Okay, so, what was I talking about last time? I was talking about Excel. Okay, so, how are we on Excel? Maybe we should do another example, right? So, let's do another example. We, first of all, just bring up Excel, right? And, then, we hit the new, okay? So, let me just start again, okay? So you have your Excel icon somewhere. Okay? Double click on it, okay? And that brings up a blank Excel worksheet. What do we do first? We don't have to do things in nib. You can write. Save on. Let's reduce that a little bit, okay? All right. So what did I do last time when I brought up the new Excel spreadsheet? What did I do next? What? A little louder. Well, I put in the headings, right? And so how many columns am I going to use? Well, actually five, okay. The assignment says 4 columns, then it says add another one, okay. The first 4 columns that it mentions are what? Date. Okay. Type in date, then you hit a right arrow, and then price, and then hit the right arrow, and then it was, the way I wrote it was 1 day dollar difference, right? 1 day dollar D, okay. What the 1 day dollar difference, okay. Right arrow, and what? The 1 day percent difference, okay. And then over here was value, dollar value, dollar value. Okay. So those are the 5 columns that I decided to use. And I just put them sort of centered down a little bit from the top. And so I can put in a heading and some other stuff here. The next thing I did is I went over to date and I put the left mouse down and I ran it across like this. And then I went up here and I hit the D for bold-faced, right? Because I like my headings to be bold-faced. Right? I'll go outside that area and do click the left, to make the blue go away. Okay, so now I had to put some data in, right? And so basically I just minimize this window. And then I bring up the internet. And then I had set in my favorites Yahoo Finance, okay? Yahoo Finance, okay? Okay, so now I have to pick a stock, okay, a company. You don't have to do it, you'll have a company, you have a company assigned, okay? What, Turner, what was the name of your company?
Mine was VMware.
Yeah.
The ticker is VMW.
So, VMW is the ticker, okay? So, we're going to do it on the New York Exchange, right? Okay, so there's, so it's now at 86.36, okay? And so what I do next? I come over here to this column here, right? And I go down to historical prices, right? So you have to get the sticker name, you know, and that gets you to this page here. And you have to click on historical prices. And then it shows you that it starts basically August 15th, 2007. Those are the historical prices that are available on Yahoo Finance. Okay? But we want to always change the start date to September 25th, 2012. And the ending date will be whatever today's date is. Okay? Now, ultimately, you're going to do this at the end of the course, okay? Except at the end of the course, we're going to do this again, except the ending date is going to be December the 4th, okay? And so you get the starting date and the ending date, and then you click on Get Price. And just click on Daily, be sure it's your daily figures, okay? Get prices. Okay? Man, what's today's date? Because it wouldn't know. Unless you got a crystal ball here. Once December the 4th rolls around, you can put December the 4th there. Okay, and so you should get something that looks like this, okay? And so we're only really interested in the date column and the adjusted close column. So we only want two columns out of, get you 7 columns here. We don't want all 7 columns, we only want 2, basically the first one and the last one. The difference between the close and the adjusted close is, it says down here, the adjusted close are adjusted for dividends and splits. Well, the adjusted close should be the same as the close unless there were dividends given on that day or a stock split on those days. Okay? So I think in the great majority of cases, there's not going to be any difference, okay, between the close and the adjusted close. Okay? If there is a difference between the close and adjusted close, that means your company gave it on the day where there's a difference. That means that your company gave some dividend or a price split. So down at the bottom of this, download to a spreadsheet. Okay. So I'm going to download to a spreadsheet. Okay. I'm going to click on Save As because I want to pick the place to put it. And I want to put it, in my case, I'm going to put it in COSC F12 stock prices. Now, I'd always say table.csv, and so we don't want to say table, okay? They're always going to say table, so we want to put in, okay, the ticker, the ticker photo. So it was BMW for VMware. Again, the CSV stands for comma separated values. And it's a form of a spreadsheet. And so we just say, okay. So this is what we downloaded, okay? And so basically this is what I loaded on my computer from Yahoo Finance. And we know what these hash marks mean. They mean that there's not enough room. I mean, what's typed in here is too long. You can go up here and notice when you take the cursor and move it up inside this A, it points down. When it hits there, it points like that. When it moves to when the cursor changes to this, it means you change the width of the column. And so you can just widen it so you can see it. Okay, so now if we look down at the bottom here, if we look at the Excel icon down here on this bottom bar, we see we got really basically two versions of Excel. So we've got two windows up. Okay, one of them is this CSV thing we just downloaded. The other thing is the Excel spreadsheet that we're creating. And so I'll go over here and I'll pull off the dates. Okay, so I just go to the top date and hold the left button down, drag it down to the end. Let go. And up here is the copy. Again, just click on copy. Notice when you click on copy, this surrounds the area you're copying in kind of a special it's format. You go back down here again, go to the other one, click here, and then hit paste. Okay. Okay, so now we have copied the dates from the first one to the second one. I'm going to go back again to this here. I'm going to get the adjusted close. Click on that, drag down. Let go. Hit copy. Go back to the other one. Click here. Hit paste. Okay. Okay, so I've basically imported the values that I've want. Okay. And this is still blue, which means it's the area of the spreadsheet that I'm working on. I can go up here to this where it says number here. I can click on general. General means it has no special data type. Okay, and you go down here, click on currency, and then this becomes a currency data type. So it now has two decimal places and has a dollar sign. Okay, you go outside of the blue area and click. Okay, the blue goes away. Okay, so now I've got my first two columns out of 5. Okay. Again, I like to have the. I don't like the order this is in, but you can leave it in that order if you want. Okay. It's okay with me. And I just like the newest date at the top, not the oldest date. Okay. But let's just leave it this way for now because we will take it either way. So over here is going to be the 1 day dollar difference. Okay. So it's going to be the difference between this date and this date. So if you reverse them, okay, you have to take this date minus this date that's up here. If you leave it the way it is, it will be this date minus this date here. So it's going to, this is going to be 1024, the value of 1024 minus 1023. Okay. So we can do this difference here. We cannot do the last difference. Okay. If you reverse them like I did, okay, you can't do the first one. Okay. Okay, and you hit the equal sign. So when I set an area like that and hit the equal sign, this tells Excel that I want to do a vector operation. Okay? So basically, this whole area that I've outlined in blue is going to be computed all at one time. So it's going to be basically this column here, again, starting with the first one, but leaving the last one off, okay? So click down and hold it down. Go all the way down, but leave the last one off, okay? So that's 21, okay? and then minus, okay? Then I'll start with the second one, okay? And go all the way down, and include the last one, okay? Actually, I think I got a little problem here. No, I'm okay. So basically, this blue area here is going to be E25, E5 through E25 minus E6 through E26, okay? So the first one's going to be E5 minus E6. The second one's going to be E6 minus E7, okay? And E7 minus E8, so forth, okay? So now I got my formula set up. Notice up here in the formula window, this formula is also given up there. And it will stay there, by the way, if you ever want to go back and look. So now you hold down Shift and Control with your left hand. You hold down Shift and Control all at the same time. And with your right hand, while you're holding down Shift and Control, you hit Enter. So that computes all that. Same format as what? Shift and Control is the same format as what? Okay, it should be the same on the Mac. I would think it's the same on the Mac. I haven't done it on the Mac myself, but it should be the same. What? Okay, okay on the Mac, so it's the Command Shift again. Again, these are supposed to be dollars, so I'd like to convert that to currency. So I hit General, Currency. Okay. I click outside the blue area. So these are the dollar differences. Okay, so here, this is the dollar difference. Okay, so this should be $85.67 minus $83.72. Okay. That should be that. Okay, so any place this is positive, the stock improved. Any place it's negative, then it didn't. Okay. So now I want the 1 day percent difference. Okay. And again, I cannot do that in the last one here since I didn't reverse the dates. Okay. So I pick this cell here, click down, drag down here. Okay. Let me do that again. Okay. Click down with the left mouse. Okay, hold it down. And before you let the mouse go, check how many rows and columns. This is 21 rows, okay, in one column. Okay. So you are computing the values for 21 rows in just one column. Okay. You're computing 21 values. Okay, simultaneously. Okay. Now you get the equal sign, but I like to go back up in case I can't see it. When I click the equal sign, I like to see it come. There it is. So now that says I'm going to compute that area. And so that's going to be equal to this divided by that, this divided by this divided by that. Okay, so it's going to be click down and hold down. It'll be all this. Again, 21 rows. Okay. When you do vector operations, they have to be of the same length. Okay. Okay. Divided by is a slash. Click down and hold. Again, 21. Don't put that one in. If you put that one in, there's going to be 22, and there's going to be an error. 21. So you can check, to see they're the same size because this goes from row 25 to row 25. Okay, this goes from row 5 to 25. This is just column F. This is column E. Yeah, so I'm ready to do the arithmetic. I hold down Shift and Control from the left hand, click Enter, click on right. So that's the percentage, okay? Except that's really not a percentage at this point. It's just the fractional increase. Okay? To have percentage increase, you had to multiply this by 100. Okay, and also it's good to have a percent sign. Okay, and you can get that by going back up here, clicking on this, and go down to percent. Okay, percentage will multiply all those values by 100 and add the percent sign, and I think it reduces the number of decimal places to 2. Now, you don't have to have just 2 decimal places. Remember, here's these little things up here. And this says, reduce the number of decimal places by 1. Okay. Reducing by 1 again. That rounds them. Or increase them. You can do it to whatever accuracy you want, but 2 is good. Okay. And then I come out here and click. Okay, so now I've got 4 columns out of 5. The last thing is the dollar value. And here, way back in 925, we bought $100,000. Okay, we spent $100,000. We want that to be a currency. 925, we spent $100,000 to buy shares in this company. At that time, the shares cost $96.15. Okay, so we need to know how many shares we bought here. Okay, click on that. We do an equal sign. Now this time we're not doing a vector operation. All we want to do is take 100,000 and divide it by 96.15. Okay, so we click on this. That's the 100,000. Okay, divided by this. Okay, 96.15. And then we just have to hit enter. You don't have to hit shift control enter. Okay? Just enter. So we bought 1,040.042 shares. When you buy them, you actually get these fractional shares. Go down to any broker, to buy this, they'll give you a sheet of paper saying you own 1,040.042 shares. So now we need to compute what that value is on each of these days here. So click down, hold down. I'm going to go all the way up to here. And then I'm going to say that's equal. So I'm doing a vector operation again. And this time it's this vector of 21 values. It's this price. Okay. I'm gonna multiply each one of these prices here by 1,040.042. So if I multiply this price by that, I should get my 100,000 back here. So it's going to be this scalar value. I'm going to click there. Multiply is ampersand. And then these prices here. Click, hold down. Go all the way to here. So here, what we're doing is we're multiplying a scalar value times a vector. Scalar just means a single number, right? So when you multiply a scalar times a vector, it multiplies the scalar times each element in the vector. So this is going to, in its first location, it's going to be 85.67. Okay, times that 1,040. And the second one is going to be 83.72 times the 1,040, and so forth. So this is a vector operation again, so we hold down Shift Control and Enter. And then we go up here and change this from a general format to occurrence. And then click over here. So we started off with $100,000. Okay. One day later, if we tried to cash it in 1 day later, we'd only got 97. We cashed it in 2 days later, we'd have made $1,000. So all these places where it's above 100,000, we made money. Where it's down, we lost money. Right now, we're down $11,000. Apparently, it's done no good here. We lost $11,000 out of our $100,000 we're getting. But that's that's the way the ball bounces. Then, huh? Mhm. So we need to put some heading in here, and so VMW, okay. And you can put the other stuff. I'm not going to do it right here. So you click on File, and you click Save As, okay. And so I'm going to save this. And I'm going to do book 1. I'm going to click here. And I'm going to say BMW. Okay. Save it here. Now, assignment 4 also says make some graphs, okay? So how do you make graphs in Excel? So we need to worry about that. Okay, let's see. So let's see, you're in all right. Jared is not here. He comes no. And so James, Ryan, and so Natalie, Nat, Andrew, Eric, Simone, Allison, how you doing? And Tara, and Cynthia. Do you know this other guy, Turner? Do you know this other Harris? He's supposed to sit next to you? Yeah. Oh, is this a woman? Okay. And Christina. And you're Nancy and Ebony. And Joy Jackson hadn't been here anymore. I think she must have dropped. And Tony Johnson is not here. And Shannon's here, right? Nicole Critter. Pia. And Brenda, okay. Roxana. You're sitting in the back. Yeah. And Jonathan. And, but Stephen is not here. Stephen Wynn. David Sabala, Jasmine Scott, that's you, and Hector. Make the rest of your left again. Okay, so how do we do graphs? Okay, here. Well, let's look around and see if there's anything we can do. So there's an insert here. Insert, and then here it says charts. Okay, and so we can do column charts. We can do line charts, pie charts, bar charts, area charts, scatter charts, other charts, line charts. Okay. Well, what do we want to do? Okay, what let's do. Let's just let's mark our investment here, okay, as a function of time. Okay. So, in fact, it's probably easiest if we just and again, I think this is going to be a problem because the latest up here and the earliest down here. Usually in charts, it's the other way around. Okay? But let's just mark off all this. Click here, hold down, over here. I'll just leave this last one off here. Okay, mark all that, and then we're going to see line. It's got a little down pointing arrow here. So we click on that. So got this kind of line. This kind of what do I put it on this stuff again? Here I think what it does in this case is it gives us one line for each column. Okay, and here. Display the trend of the contribution of each value over time. But let's just click on this here. I think down here it's the same thing. It just has these data points emphasized on the graph. Okay. Let's just click on that. Okay. See what happens. Okay. Well, so what it did was it basically what? I believe it says that in the assignment. Did you read the assignment? No. Down at the end, there's a paragraph about doing charts again. So it gave me this, okay. So this gives me the dollar values, okay. And it puts it on the same sheet, okay. And it says series 4, and if I so it's automatically taken the dates, okay, as the axis, okay. So the first thing that it sees here, okay, I'm gonna cut this off here, okay. I'm gonna go to sheet 2, okay, and then I'm gonna paste, okay. So I'm pasting this thing on sheet 2, okay. So on sheet 1, I've got this. So it takes the first column as the x-axis, okay? And then it takes each of the other columns as a y-axis, okay? And so here, it's got a blue thing, this color blue here, and that's series 4, okay? So basically, this is going to be Series 1, Series 2, Series 3, and Series 4. Come back to here. And so basically, this shows the stock price. Okay, this is what we want to know. Okay, so we can see here in graphic form what's happened. Okay, I mean we've already deduced this just by looking at the column, but and notice it doesn't have any problem figuring out that the order of this thing is that's the oldest value, this is the newest. Okay, so we can see the stock price started at $100,000. We invested $100,000. Came up a little bit, dipped, and now it's going down. And now I could go to Series 1, and it says Series 1 Legend. Again. I'm going to say Format the Legend, click. Get the right again. Okay. Click on that, and I'm going to get backspace. Okay. Oops. What did I do? Actually, this is Series 4 here, right? Backspace. Okay. So I'm out of time. Okay. So what I want to do is I want to take off Series 1. I want to say Series 4, I want to say stock value, okay? Instead of saying Series 4, I want to say dollar value, okay? And instead of Series 3, I wanted to say percent increase, okay? So we can worry about that next time, okay? Maybe somebody will look up how to do it, okay? Okay, thank you. What? Yes. And I'll try to be ready for you. Well, actually, what happened was this wasn't on a wireless. I got this on Ethernet, okay, and that came out. Yeah, and so that's what happened. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Well, fine. How's yours? Oh, dear. That sounds auspicious. I'm going to log back on the internet. Oh, excuse me just 1 minute. I need to stop the recording. No fun recording all this, is there?